Hitherto known and sought after for its elegant sedans and temperamental dynamic sports cars, Maserati constructs its first SUV, 100 years after its foundation.
It not only wants to be an SUV from Maserati, but the Maserati among the SUVs, the Levante. Based on the platform of the Quattroporte and the Ghibli sedans, it brings well-known Maserati features such as elegant design and impressive performance data, but it also shifts the brand's boundaries and allows the portfolio to grow. An SUV is now almost indispensable for an automobile manufacturer. Like many other Maserati models, the Levante is named after a wind. Beautiful and aggressive at the same time, it draws all eyes in its direction. With this imposing front in the rearview mirror, anyone would immediately make room and move over. The striking shark gills, a mark of all models of the brand, decorate the classically beautiful sidelines of the 5-meter-long SUV. Only the rear is significantly rounder than the rest of the vehicle and doesn't look that sporty. The S is the top version, and under the hood, the V6 engine known from the Ghibli, which after an upgrade delivers 430 horsepower and 580 Nm of torque. Now that sounds promising, but for a decent start, one needs to switch from economical to the most sportive mode. The gearbox and engine electronics are adjusted with an initial push on the sports button, while the suspension is adjusted on the second. Only then does the athlete in the SUV awake. And this likes to sprint through curves. No understeer, no body sway, no lack of traction. This is achieved by the lowest center of gravity in its class and a 50-50 weight distribution. The series standard air suspension system and the electronically controlled dampers do a great job. With their help, the 2.1-ton Levante sweeps over country roads almost as lightly as a sports car. Here, Maserati quite clearly plays to his experience. Like with the 8-speed automatic transmission from ZF, all-wheel drive is standard in all Levante models. For uneven ground, there's an off-road mode, which raises the chassis and also includes a downhill aid. The drive is normally 100% rear-loaded, but with grip loss, up to 50% of the drive force can be transferred to the front axle in only 150 milliseconds. And in this way, advancement in all conditions is guaranteed. The S is the strongest derivative of the Levante range. Its engine, developed by Ferrari, powers it to 100 kilometers an hour in 5.2 seconds. No matter how the conditions are outside the vehicle, inside you feel comfortable. The processing is top, but somehow you expect more from a Maserati. If there were not the elaborately incorporated trident symbols, one could also imagine being in a medium-class vehicle. If you want a feeling of real luxury, you can of course also choose the highest quality equipment. optional seat covers with silk let the true Maserati feeling come to life. Maserati has not forgotten practical benefits with its first SUV. The trunk is neat with a volume of 580 liters and small gimmicks, such as a pass-through, e.g. for skis, are well thought out and meaningful. With the Levante, Maserati dares to venture into new spheres, but remains faithful to the brand identity. Its driving behavior is best in the sports mode top, its optics are elegant Italian, and the sound imposing. But the feeling of Italian passion and almost great respect for the rich history of the brand, unfortunately doesn't somehow want to leapfrog onto the practical Levante. Nevertheless, it was right of Maserati to bring out the SUV. After all, if you don't follow the demands of the market, you've lost a lot of sales. And so thanks to the Levante, for Maserati, it is not going downhill, but steeply upwards.